Leptin is a hormone that controls appetite, thus regulates energy balance, and its secretion from adipocytes is correlated to the amount of stored fat. It acts on hypothalamus and decreases appetite and increases with increased fat storage in the body, and vice versa. Leptin resistance is associated with obesity as the brain becomes less responsive even though it is abundant in the bloodstream, hyperleptinemia. The high levels of leptin in obese impair nitric oxide-dependent vasorelaxation, leading to coronary endothelial dysfunction. There's also an inverse relationship between leptin and high-density lipoprotein and an increase in TNF-alpha and interleukin-6. Adiponectin is decreased proportionally with increased stored fat. According to Berg et al., if it is administered exogenously, it lowers plasma glucose and hepatic insulin resistance. Fatty acid oxidation increases, and body weight is reduced with adiponectin. In adiponectin knockout mice, insulin resistance increased. Enhancement of nitric oxide generation and attenuation of reactive oxygen species is also related to adiponectin, showing its role to vascular protection. Thus, those two hormones, leptin and adiponectin, are associated with cardiovascular risk and are both associated with obesity. Resistin is also secreted by adipocytes, and it is known as an insulin antagonist, and studies show increased concentration in obese compared to non-obese individuals. When resistin was given to rats, it led to increase in endogenous glucose and circulating glucose, which is correlated with diabetes and pre-diabetes condition. From this 4-video series, it becomes understood that there is a clear interplay between physical inactivity and obesity, which leads to a state of low-grade inflammation with increased levels of circulatory cytokines that can harm the body and lead to serious health conditions such as CVD and metabolic disease. Engaging in physical activity can offer protection by keeping the right balance between calorie intake and calories lost. Though, we should always bear in mind that diet plays the most important role, since even if you engage in physical activity, an increased calorie consumption can increase fat mass and lead to obesity. Despite physical activity can decrease circulation levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines, in order to stabilize its effect, fat mass needs to be lost.